Hello, beautiful being. I'm sweltering away on this hot season afternoon, so what better time to talk about the devil? The devil ruling the world, and what that really means, and how really there's nothing to worry about at all unless you like worrying. Okay, because the world is the fake mental emotional overlay that we place on top of this immediate sensory experience. Okay, this immediate sensory experience, there's no God, there's no devil, there's no good, there's no bad. It's like the Garden of Eden story, the very first story in one of the first ones in the Bible. And man had just been formed, and God says, right, you can do whatever you want here, but you just don't eat of the fruit of the tree of good and evil. Okay, and that metaphor stands right now. It's like be here right now, this incredible place. But as soon as you start saying this is good and that's bad, boom, you've fallen out of the Garden of Ether, which is really the Garden of Eden, the self-realized place right now, not some external spherical planet or flat Earth. That's just the mental emotional overlay idea. But this Garden of Ether, here right now, just formless, open, limitless, amazing place. Okay, so while you're not holding the space with your gratitude, with your appreciation, with your wonder for this immediate experience, then the mind, the snake, the snake, which is just really just like a wave of energy, which is always surrounding us, will come along and it will start tempting us. Okay, what's over there, and trying to sort of pull us out of ourselves. So this isn't some devil or anything like that. It's just life. It's what life does. Life kind of challenges us. It's presenting all kinds of possibilities all the time. Drugs and food and sex and all endless kind of temptations. And it's up to us as conscious, responsible adults to say, well, I like being here more than being over there. Okay, this is where I like to be. So if I'm going to go and explore somewhere else, what we can call another country or something like that, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm always going to be here, and I'm going to allow the experience to unfold in me, rather than me imagining that I'm going somewhere. Okay, so yes, the world and the devil. So the world is this what I call the virtual reality headset that most people seem to be wearing. They seem to enjoy it, even though they say they don't like it. They really like talking about their problems and hoping they're going to be better tomorrow. It's just this fake external world which doesn't exist. It's all just all of it's in the mind. It's all just this kind of unhappy marriage between the disembodied mind and the unloved emotions on the inside. What a drama, eh? So that's the world then. It's just this kind of this mental emotional world that everybody's thinking about, and it's not actually what's happening here right now. So the devil is really is Satan. So let me explain what Satan is. Satan is what happens to the archetype of Saturn when we're not holding the space for life here right now. Because in our subconscious, there is just so much going on. Like if you cut yourself, your subconscious, your body just heals it, right? You don't have to think about what's going on. If you had to think about it, it would just be mind-boggling, all of the processes that are working. So your subconscious, it's not only healing cuts and keeping your heart beating and digesting food, it's also within us, it's kind of keeping together this incredible community of, that makes up us. That if we look out at the solar system and we see the planets and the sun and the moon, etc., and the asteroids, that is like the macrocosm of our internal intelligence. And so Saturn, the Lord of the Rings, right? It's a very, very dense planet, very slow, very cold energy. And in our bodies, Saturn is connected with the bones. So it gives our experience a sense of materiality, a sense of denseness that we really need. And while it's working in harmony with all of the other energies, everything's fine. We've got the lovely energy of Venus and Jupiter and the action of Mars, and the transformation of Pluto, and the intellectuality of Mercury, and the feelings of the Moon, and good old Saturn is just kind of holding everything together, really just holding everything together, which is what we need. So the problem is, once we start going into eating from the fruit of the tree of good and bad, good and evil, and we start looking out and saying, well, I like that better than that, then eventually we're going to, as I say, we're going to drop out the garden of ether, and we're going to start living in this mental, emotional world. And so Saturn, this very dense energy, also rules the illusion of time. It's chronos, isn't it? Chronology. So, I mean, right now, I'm in the now state right now, but I can certainly look at my phone and say, all right, 2 hours time I have to be somewhere. But it's just practical. I'm not thinking that there's going to be a different me in 2 hours time. Everything is always here and now. So it's time, but it's kind of like a practical, useful kind of illusion, that kind of sort of helps us to organize the unfoldment of our now. Okay, we don't get lost in it. But when we do get lost in it, because we're not here in this present experience, and we're more in our thoughts and our emotions, then Saturn takes over, and it really starts to dominate the other energies, and we start to live as if we're just a skeleton. Everything is like really just kind of functional, and it's sort of more ugly, and you can see in the world right now, all the cars, they all look the same. There's lots of kind of dark colours. Everything's sort of going mechanical. It's all Saturn. Saturn is taking over, okay? Or we're allowing the energy of Saturn to take over. Let's say that, but only in the in the imaginary world. In the here world right now, Saturn is always in its place. There is no Satan in the here world right now, only in the imaginary external world. Okay, so this is why the devil rules the world, because the devil is Satan. Okay, and Satan is the energy of Saturn, the bones, the cold, serious energy which rules the illusion of time. It's that energy which sort of takes over or overtakes and overpowers everything else. Not because of because it's bad or evil, or it's a being or entity that wants to control us. It's just not. It's just an archetype. That's all it is. It's a part of us. It's an archetypal part of our intelligence. Okay, and as human beings, just as anybody at all, but any kind of species becoming conscious, eventually it's going to realize, wow, I'm not what I thought I was. I'm not my body. I just am. I'm just consciousness. I'm just awareness. But at the same time, wow, I'm consciousness coming through this human body. So I better honor this human body. I better be here, boom, right now, in the sensory aliveness of this human experience. Because if I ain't, and I'm too much in my mind, then I'm inhibiting the seamless genius of intelligence, just like the body healing the cut. Everything is just unfolding in a really, really amazing way, and somehow we're always sort of taken care of. So when that doesn't happen, then the archetypes are all sort of out of control, and Satan kind of appears, and rules the clown world. And it has to be like that, because the external world is fake. It's not real. It's just it's in your mind. It's just imaginary. It doesn't matter if so many billion other people believe in it too. That's just mass psychosis. Okay, so the shit has to hit the fan pretty hard to give you a bitch slap to wake you back up to your real responsibility, which is being as you are, being here right now. No, nothing to do, but there is something to be, and that is to be present, to be here, to be now, to be appreciative, to be alive, to be in sense, in your sense right now. This beautiful sensory experience. Okay? So we can kill the devil, we can kill the world, and we can just come back, boom, here, right now, to the Garden of Ether, where everything is always good. And that's a good that doesn't have an opposite of bad. Everything is always as it is, and it just turns out that it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, so love you, and I'll see you in the next one.